All right, so this is one where I wanted to show another version of the ILI, okay? Because I know some ILIs would look at the type descriptions and go, yeah, it's the same old cliche, like nerdy scientist, quiet person. Well, there are exceptions, as always. All types have variations on the theme, and you can get into maybe sub-functions for that and other reasons for it, all right? But they're not all going to be on the surface anyway, exactly alike. Their interests are not always the same. So we're going to show one here. Her name is Haley, friend and somebody who pops up on Ben Vaserlan's channel a lot. So shout out to Ben and his channel. I'll link his channel on here as well. And let's take a look at Haley and how she's kind of an atypical version of an INTJ, ILI. You'll see what I mean.
Just some promotion there. So, it was your
That's
idea
Haley there.
Not that I'm blaming you.
Yes, okay. So we were in the middle of discussing who was going to do the introduction, and I was like, why don't we just start it? I'm sorry, guys. I'm not really concerned about giving y'all formal videos, which maybe I should be, but I'm not. This is more just for you guys to kind of see me interact with someone else. I have no idea what we're going to talk about. So.
I've got a list. It's best just to ignore the audience and just think it's me and they.
So one of the reasons I'm showing it to you, little background, Haley there is, and maybe we should actually play a little
I'll just say to the
Haley there is, I think she's like not fashion, like a fitness, physique model type of person, or interested in physique and different form of art and fitness combined. Okay. So I'm sure I've kind of bastardized what she actually does, but it's trying to get the point across. So she's interested in a lot of fitness, really did her research and so on fitness and physique and so on, in a very almost bodybuilding-ish kind of culture. All right. A lot of artistry in what she puts together. You could check out her channel and see what we're talking about with that. But essentially, it's something that she's interested in. Okay, and that's very atypical for an ILI. You don't normally see that for this type. You normally, again, get the stereotypes of them being nerds who are interested in science or business stuff, whatever, and their SE is terrible, so they'll never do physical things. Not always the case. Okay, you see some types that can be interested in those things. Okay, but nonetheless, the overall process is the same. Somebody who has a certain interest in something, researches it, really knows their stuff, knows their shit in their field, is very forceful and strong about this is what works, this is the facts, this is how it is, this is what gets a results, not shy at all to put that out there and show other people that they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Still being kind of introverted in their own way, still being very analytical, sometimes cold. In fact, I believe even the name of this video is like Ice Queen, or there was something on there on the title, whatever. It's like Ice Queen comes out of her shell or something like that. So even here, it's like acknowledging Ice Queen, somebody who's not great with people. They're not really a very warm, social FE person. They're not really great at that. They can still get along with people on a one-on-one basis, on a smaller scale basis, but still they're just ultimately not somebody who's warm and charming usually. Doesn't mean they're mean or that they're assholes, but they definitely just have that much more analytical, let's get it done kind of mindset, and are not good at being the warm and fuzzy kind of person. So here's an example. Like I said, she appears on Ben's channel a lot, so you can check out his channel, check out her appearing on a lot of different things. You can see how she speaks, how she interacts, etc. I'll give this another minute or so to kind of like see how she interacts a little bit. And she's probably a lot more lively in this one, rather than being kind of more passive and just sort of sitting back and listening. She's engaging a lot more, probably because this damn thing is very much about her, but so it kind of forces her to engage, to interact.
Against, we've known each other for not very long. In fact, today is our 1 week anniversary. Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Right, what have I got here? Oh yes, I've got a little joke to show you because I do show you some funny things every now and then.
It's kind of funny actually to watch this, because it almost feels like Ben, who is your LII INTp in MBTI world. He almost shows like he's trying to be more social, more warm than she is. And you're seeing a perfect example of gender reversal as well. You're seeing a perfect example of an ILI, which is often described in a very male sciencey kind of way, and yet we have a female ILI here, and then we have Ben, kind of a typical LII, who's demonstrating kind of almost more warmth, more socializing, more facilitating of this whole thing. So it's kind of interesting to see that. Again, gender does matter. Gender always matters in these kinds of things when you're talking type and stuff. Okay, it does make a difference. As I said, you can check out some more of his videos, check out more videos with her, so you kind of get a better sense of what she comes across like in different videos, in different situations. So you can see how talkative and how engaging she is, or not engaging she is, in different situations, right? But anyway, I just kind of wanted to show her. I wanted to show an unusual ILI doing something professionally that is unusual for ILIs, but it can be done. You can find them in there. And you might, in fact, make the mistake of looking at this ILI and going, that's not an ILI. ILIs don't look like that. ILIs don't get into fitness stuff like that. ILIs don't do artistic work with fashion and design and clothes. That they don't really get into that kind of stuff, so that can't be an ILI. It's like, yeah, you can find them in there. You can find them in there. And again, you might end up mistyping them. You might think that they're actually not an ILI and that there's something else, that there's some SFP or something. And you would be wrong. So just some awareness. So again, shout out to Ben. Check out his channel. I'll link this one in there. Let me know what you all think. Hopefully this kind of helps open your mind a little bit on how you can find certain types in atypical situations, unusual places, and so on. All right.